Hey, we're back, man. It's the afternoon show. You're here kicking it with Izzy. JD Lane's playing hooky today. This is the JD Lane show, hosted by the morning crew for some odd reason.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, we got Jimmy in the house. He's looking up nail salons, man. We're gonna bust this bitch. We're gonna talk.
I'm looking for the ones that have have the liquor, where you can drink the free wine and all that.
Oh, you know she's doing it. She's probably getting a facial and everything, man. She got cucumbers on her eyes
done and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's weird because JD never calls off work.
Right.
She's like here early as fuck. So like when they told me she wasn't gonna be in, and I'm like, she's supposed to be co-hosting this damn
the New Year's
party tonight. Like I'm like, but on another subject, as he's looking that up, I got some notes here of what we were gonna, what she was gonna talk about today.
Oh yeah.
Neighbors.
Oh, that's a good topic.
Have you ever had an annoying neighbor?
Almost every place I've lived.
I think everybody listening, it don't matter what country you're in, you have an annoying neighbor.
Oh yeah.
And
if not, you are the annoying neighbor.
Oh, I live on a lake, as everybody knows, next to a big lake, okay?
Oh yeah.
And my God, like, we've got a bitch that lives in my area that she claims she is the princess.
Oh God.
And she's from Lithuania. And she is a fucking alcoholic. Like, she can outdrink all of us. Like, she's the kind of woman that she goes to the party, to the after party, to the after party, to the after party, to the sunup party at Pops, and then back to the fucking club. So, yeah, she got a DUI in the neighborhood not too long ago. She was driving around the neighborhood backwards in her Land Rover, blasting Beyonce, stopping, jumping out, dancing on the roof. She hit someone with her car.
Damn.
She come up to the roundabout, was driving around it backwards, jumped over the curb, hit the fire hydrant. Surprisingly, no water come out. Then back down the hill. And then I come home from work and I park and I'm like, I'm not going to say her name, but like, that's a weird place to be pulled over. So I call Michelle. And I'm text her pictures and I'm like, is this so-and-so's vehicle? And she goes, I've never seen the front of her SUV, but I've seen the back of it. So she goes, can you get a picture from the back? I'm like, there's like 5 cops up there.
Just walk up there in front of the cops, take a picture.
Yeah, so I know this woman, and she is a very nice woman when she's not drinking, but she goes on her bingers 4 days a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's bad. So she, I walked up the hill because I physically know this woman. And I said, hey, I know her. Can I have her keys? I'll park her vehicle. I'll take possession of it. Because she's getting a DUI.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so they said, no, the car's evidence. And I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Because she hit that car.
Yeah. Of course, I did snap a picture of the back of it and her in handcuffs. And I sent it to her ex-boyfriend, which that's the reason why she's mad at me right now, because I sent it to the ex-boyfriend. He posted on social media and said, this is the reason why I'm not with this crazy bitch. But
oops.
So, yeah, I'm the asshole. So,
yeah.
To get back at me, she took about 30 bottles of liquor. She's got like 7 cats, okay? She's one of them.
Oh, of course, she's a cat lady.
Yeah.
She's a cat lady.
Yeah, and she threw that shit all in my yard. I got it on video. If I could figure out how to blur her face, I'll post it online. Yeah. I'll post that bitch quicker than shit. But I got to get with the AV department because the program I was using in Final Cut Pro, it's updated and I can't figure out how to do it. I guess I got to watch a YouTube video. But bitch, you're getting put on blast. And I got another neighbor, but I'm going to let you tell a story because I got this other neighbor. What I'm about to tell you guys is pretty wild. So I'll let you tell a story and we'll get back to some music.
Mine aren't really that wild, but...
I got a princess?
I don't have a princess.
Man.
But I had the drunk across the street when I would leave for work at 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning in a dump truck. She'd be sitting on her patio drinking a beer. Okay, Okay. She lived there. It was her granddaughter. It was her daughter, and her granddaughter all lived there. Well, the granddaughter had a live-in boyfriend. He was kind of a thug. Well,
Of course.
the granddaughter had gotten a dog, this big husky.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept it there all the time. Well, this dog was forever out in my yard. And we lived in the country. They just so happened to live across the street from us. Well, this dog had come over and had tried to bite my son. Had went after the old lady's cat 2 or 3 times.
So it's just being a nuisance.
Oh, yeah. And it dug in my yard, and I got the lawnmower stuck in a pothole that it dug.
Oh, so the dog's got to go.
Yeah, the dog's becoming a pain in the ass. Well, on this day, I've been over talking to my buddy Jesse, who lived next door to her across the street. And I come back to the house, and the dog is in the yard. She's standing out there drunk, as usual. And it's like 6 o'clock in the afternoon, early evening. My old lady's standing there, and I turned around and I said, "Hey, can you get this fucking dog out of my yard?" "What's your fucking problem?"
Oh,
said-
shit.
I said, "Your fucking dog is digging holes, trying to bite people, trying to attack my animals, and I'm done."
You're going to make a stand.
Yeah. And she's like, "That ain't my dog."
What?
"Really?" "That's my granddaughter's dog."
Oh.
I said, "Well, somebody needs to corral this dog because it's not going to stay in this yard. I'm not going to have this shit every time." I said, I'm not going to go fill in holes every time I want to mow the yard and all this crap." And she's like, "Well, if you got a problem with my dog," "Oh, it's not your dog." he
Yeah,
said.
it's your dog now.
Well, if you've got a problem with the dog, maybe you should just call the cops. This lady's a retired crime scene investigator.
Really?
Yeah. So, I'm like, okay. I was like, I really don't deal with cops, though.
None of
Well,
us
what
do.
are you gonna-
Anybody in the car and truck show industry
Yeah.
or
we
the
don't deal
car
with cops.
culture, we don't talk to cops.
Yeah. And she's like, "Well, what would you do then?" I said, "I'll just dig a hole. I don't care."
I'm going to dig a hole.
And she's like, "Well, your dog comes over here to my house all the time." I said, "Really? Tell me when the last time my dog was out of his fenced-in yard." "He's over here all the time." I said, "Bullshit." I said, "This is a busy road in front of this house. I wouldn't let a dog out here to run." "Well, he's been over here." I said, "You can't say when because it hasn't happened."
Should have
I don't
said,
know.
"What's my dog's name?"
Yeah. Well, and she's like, "Well, I guess you're just going to kill my dog?" I said, "It's not your dog." "Well, yeah, my granddaughter's dog. You know what I mean." The whole time she's slurring and wobbling around, and Jesse's over in his yard watching. My old lady's up in our fenced-in yard with her dog watching. And she's like, "So you're just going to shoot my dog?" I said, "I don't want to. It's not the dog's fault that their owners are fucking idiots."
Man.
"Oh, now we're fucking idiots." "Yes, you are." Well, then she goes on to say that, "Well, if you kill my dog, I'll kill your dog." I said, "You're going to come in my fenced-in yard and shoot my dog?" "Yeah." I said, "You bitch, you come into my fucking yard with a fucking gun and you shoot my fucking dog, I'll put a bullet in your fucking head." My old lady and Jesse both disappeared. They both, all I heard was 2 doors, bloop, and they were both gone. Well, then her daughter, the drunk, comes out. The other drunk. The granddaughter's not drunk. Here comes the other daughter.
What kind
The
of
one that-
alcohol is she drinking? Like Natty Light? Hands?
Oh, yeah. Natty Light, it looked like.
Oh, yeah.
So the daughter comes out.
Mm-hmm.
The 40-year-old daughter that lives at home, She comes out, and this lady, Daly, would scream at her mom because her mom wanted her to pay bills. And she comes out, and she's like, "Don't you fucking yell at my mom, you cocksucker." I said, "Shut up, bitch. Go drink another one." And she's like, you're just an asshole. That's right, I am an asshole. And you're both fucking drunks. What are you going to do about it? Well, you better watch your mouth in front of my mom. I said, yeah, because you really watch your mouth in front of your fucking mom.
This sounds like a reality show.
So then the mom turns and looks at her and she goes, yeah, he's right. You're a bitch. I was like, oh, no. So she finally storms back in the house after that. And I was like, what are we going to do about this fucking dog? She's like, I don't know how he gets out. He's an escape artist.
Naturally.
I said, I've watched him get out. Well, and how does he get out? I said, your drunk ass walks through the gate and leaves it fucking hanging wide open. And he just follows you out the gate. Because you open the gate drunk, and you walk out the gate and walk around the front of the house or go check your mail or whatever, and the dog just takes off every time.
And you're so inebriated, you don't even know that the dog's outside.
Yeah, I said, you're too drunk to even realize you didn't close the fucking gate. Well, I don't do that. Really?
Yeah, you gotta love neighbors, man. I mean,
man.
my God, you know. And the big thing is, you know, you always got that neighbor that bitches about your car.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, that piece of shit fucking car of yours. I'm like, what do you drive?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, you drive that rusted out Ford Ranger. Like,
Now, you're driving a Honda Pilot and you want to complain about my Loretta truck?
Yeah.
What? You know?
well, this one neighbor really does not like my 8th gen Civic, especially since we made all that new exhaust for it.
You mean the loud exhaust?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, I'm going to tell you, that car is fucking fast, okay? I mean, it's tuned. I mean, we put in the hours on that car. And
Oh, yeah.
and that car is fun to drive. But, man, I got to get a louder stereo system because the fucking exhaust, it's like, it's loud as fuck. And it's not
Downshift,
like,
can't even hear the song.
yeah, it's not like Fart Can. It's like fucking going to Naira drag racing series, you know? So it's like, it's opened up, you know. The exhaust is 3 1/4. And,
Nice.
you know, the Brodex head on the K20 was,
I was going to say, with the horsepower you're pushing, you got to have that much torque.
yeah, it was ported and opened up to the special flange that we used, you know, and we made the tubes and all that. Well, see, here's the thing. I ordered an exhaust, and I'm not going to name the company, but Stylin does not carry that company, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like it didn't fit, but the damn header, the tube was a 1/2 inch.
Mm.
It's like, I don't know. And then the middle tube, they sent it for a minivan or something. So, like, I got pictures of it. I had to post this and not put the company's name, but I understand it's a 4-door car, but where was this pipe going? It, like, man,
Yeah.
I was over at Midnight Auto, and me and Old School put it together, and he's like, Izzy, what the fuck did you get this from? Are you sure this coming? I'm like, it all come in that box. And so we're like, fuck it. We're going to make our own exhaust.
Exactly.
And so I had to drive the car home. We put the factory header back on it, which the SI comes with a header, believe it or not.
Right.
And I had to drive an open exhaust on the way back to the house. And my Lord, 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, what can go wrong? I'm like 7 minutes from the house. Now, my neighbors are going to get pissed, so I'm just going to have to roll this bitch in neutral. And I live down at the bottom of the hill by the lake, so I just coast in, you know?
Yeah, once you get in, you're fine. You can just shut it off and coast.
Yeah, man, I got off 370 onto 270, and there was an accident. It was a tanker truck, and there was every fucking cop there. And I'm...
You have no exhaust.
And it's like, bum, 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 bum. Like, it's shooting fireballs underneath the car. And so I can't go, so I got to get off on the rock road and come up the back way. And I'm like, oh, man, these poor fucking neighbors. Now, when I was younger, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Right.
Now that I'm older, it's 3:30 in the morning. of course, the car's got blue chrome wheels on it. Nothing in the world looks like this fucking car.
Right.
And, of course, my neighborhood cops, man, I mean, they threw Nelly in jail. So, I mean, what are they going to do to me? So, but on that note, man, we're going to get back to the music. We're going to be here. This is Styling in the afternoon, the JD Lane show. She's playing hooky, but we are looking for her. So
we got you, JD Lane.
Yeah, if you see her, you call in. So we'll be back here in just a few. Styling Radio.